Where is the mala from there? We'll need some, okay? Okay. Let me see there. Thank you. Good. Om. Namaste. Welcome everyone to Satsang today. Om. And also welcome to the many friends who are joining us via broadcasting from around the world so that we can share Satsang in the same time, if not in the same region. So, big welcome for everybody. And just to check if you can hear me at the back of the room, can you give me some, is it clear? Okay. This side also? Very good. I'm sure most of you are a bit familiar with the subject. Not so much discussed, I don't want to say discussed so much, but explored into or inquired into, not taught so much, not teaching so much. Emphasis not so much on teaching, but more on discovering. And so I assume, then you may correct me if I am wrong, that you have come in order to have a clear understanding, not merely intellectual or mental understanding or theoretical understanding, but an understanding that perhaps will be so profound experientially for you that doubts as to the nature of the self will go. You must have read and heard that it is possible for human beings to attain moksha or liberation, or whatever name, awakening, self-realization. I want to put it to you that such references, such, attainments are actually natural, nothing extraordinary. Seem extraordinary because it seems so few human beings actually come beyond doubt back to the original mind or the pure self. You see, here there is absolutely no doubt about it, that the same essential being is our core existence. What has to be discovered is that in each form, this discovery has to be made comprehensively, completely, and not as a belief merely, but as direct experience. This is the kind of satsang that takes place here. So the emphasis is not so much on theoretical knowledge, on teachings and so on, but more that one wants to move beyond the field of this kind of relative knowledge. It is fine also, you will pick up things, you will see and grow in wisdom and greater understanding, and all these should happen along the way, even if it is not your direct focus. In the same way, if you walk in a field that is a lavender field, even without the intention, you will come out smelling like lavender. If you are in the field of, or the research, or the field of self-discovery, you will pick up good qualities along the way, even without focusing on them. So the emphasis is not that. It's not about becoming a better person, although better persons emerge out of it, if you want to use this term. But we go for the highest possible attainment. I have to use a word like this, and you will come to see why maybe I hesitate later. But the greatest attainment, in my view, in the human kingdom is for a human being to awaken to original nature. So I don't want to speak about it because I don't think anybody's going to get it by my just speaking about it. Satsang is unique in that in looking together and exploring together with you, with the urge to be free from the grip of psychological thinking and limited egoic thinking and conditioning. If your heart and mind is set on the same thing, freedom from this psychological influence of the egoic mind, then that will be correct listening. And in that interaction, something must get revealed. That's my standpoint. So let's see how it goes. So, welcome to Satsang. Okay, you can come.
I felt like I just had to come up and...
Start again.
Can you hear me?
Yes, try again. Slow down a little bit.
Okay. My heart's beating really fast, sorry. I felt like I just had to come and just have a conversation with you. And I feel like I've grown in understanding so much with being with you, and my experience is that I no longer feel limited by just thoughts and feelings. I feel.
Let me see. Say the last sentence again. You say.
I don't feel like my sense of self is limited by just my thoughts and my feelings anymore. I feel like it's.
You don't feel that your sense of self is limited to thoughts and feelings anymore. Okay.
I feel. I feel like there's a fear that I feel really strongly to admit that, because there's some, and I see this not true, but it's been given so much energy. I just feel like I have to say it in front of you. That there's something that wants to claim this, and I know it's.
You have to not give too much attention to that.
Yeah.
That there may be some, you may call it a sense that there is maybe the ego, what you may call ego, is trying to put its signature on any understanding or any clear seeing and saying, look, we have done it, or something like that. No? But you don't have to worry about that. If you are aware that voice or that energy comes up, but don't be saying, oh, no, it's coming up again. It doesn't matter if it comes up. What matters is that you see that is an untrue voice, and you focus on what is true. That's all. If you try to stop the untrue from being spoken, then you create more complexity inside, and then you will not win also. They say it is like trying to straighten the curled tail of a dog. You try and straighten it out, and it just goes back up again like that. And they put it in a long tube and stuff like that. And after 3 weeks, you take it off and it's up again. So don't spend time trying to make a better mind. Forget about the mind. You see that this voice and this habit or whatever it may be, it comes, and don't waste energy thinking, why is it again my mind is coming up and claiming it. So what? Claim what? You see? So your steadfastness at looking, and then you see, okay, you look right past that now, and you see, yes, then you speak what you spoke before. I don't feel that my sense of self is limited by my thoughts and words. They don't limit it. Then it flows from you, just naturally. But even if it comes jerkily, but you've said what you, then be content with that. Don't worry about your mind coming in and making trouble. It's not true. It's you give, and if you give energy to it, then it's as though it sucks all that energy, and it becomes even more of a nuisance, So don't worry about it.
Yeah, I see that it's just a habit. It's like, I can see that it's just somehow there's that habit still of.
Whose habit is it? Please share with us. Who exactly? Whose habit is it? Try and identify whose habit, because everybody say, yeah, it's my habit, but can you clearly pinpoint it? Who precisely has this habit? You must look. Don't say what you have read before. You look. Don't identify with anything at all. It's not necessary. Then you can say, it's been a habit to identify. Whose habit is it? An unusual question, but there's so much to get out of it. It might seem a little awkward question. Why is he asking me? But you try to follow and get it, and a lot more vitamins is in this question than your mind wants to look at it, don't want to look at it. Because the same one who is saying, yes, it's just it's habit or something, he's repeating himself for many, many things. If you catch him here, you catch him everywhere. You find out who this one that is representing what you truly are,
Yes. I feel like right now it's so clear that there's no one here that I'm totally, I'm beyond it all. Like, I guess there's a fear that that these habits, the old conditioning, the just conditioning that's still has an impression on this consciousness, that somehow like it will be stronger than the urge for truth and to transcend these ones, so I can, I don't know, just not have a possibility of falling back.
All of these things, we create them. Habits or whatever, we create them, and we sustain them also. Just like somebody speaks about football and somebody speaks about, whatever things, because that is their interest and they speak about it. And so when you meet this person, you'll always say, yes, this is John, so, who is top of the league in Spain? And they'll tell you, it's just so, because that's his thing. What is your thing? You see, maybe your thing is a spiritual struggle. Maybe your thing is like this. It's true. Maybe your thing is like that. It is something that we habituated to, some habit. Yeah, my mind keep coming up and keep doing this, and then every time, then sometimes I'm asleep, I see this thing coming up, and I think my consciousness is your thing. And somebody else is, my boyfriend left me again. It's your thing. One of your things. Your true being is something completely clear of all of that. It's clear of all. It's clear like empty space. But because we relate to and refer to ourselves from the perspective of conditioning and mind, everybody has to have a thing. What is your thing? Well, at the moment, my thing is this, and this, and this. Maybe it is a search for credibility. That this is my dream. I'm chasing my dream, or this is what I'm working at. I'm trying to really do this, and this is what. It can also be that. Maybe you replace one set of conditioning, a new conditioning. Because nobody wants emptiness. We appreciate a bit of silence now and again. But after a while, you can't bear it even. Some people, they can't bear it. Because again, some movement come, and again you have to feed the whole donkey with all these things. So we say many things, this is what I want. But you get it. And after a while, no, it's not what I want. And why is that? Because you're meeting life merely as a person, which is a bit of a psychological and mental construct, which is really, it's not stable. You like the idea of being stable, but the person is not stable. It's always roaming about. You see, there are many people, they are practicing something, and it seems authentic, maybe some traditional mantra or some sort of thing. And it has a depth, it has a power to it, and you are practicing this, but then it seems repetitive. And then the mind goes, oh, it's so repetitive. Have you listened to the Ribugita? It seems repetitive. It seems to be saying the same thing over, like a song, repeating. Because it's by repeating many false things that you came to believe them. And now you repeat something that is pure, and it purifies, it takes out those stale impressions, purifies the mind again. You see? But the person cannot accept and enjoy one thing forever, because the person is never the same forever. It's always something new, something new. So only until you reach your primary mind, your root being, and then it's totally stable. And it's not it's not the same as the mind wants. Mind fantasizes about it, but the self is unchanging, ever fresh. The source of all that moves and appears comes from the self, your own self. But it is the last thing, it seems, that we search for. And sometimes it's pain that has to bring you there, suffering, or you can't cope anymore with your own mental projections and psychological strangeness. And then somehow it compels a deeper looking until you find the one thing that satisfies your heart's longing. I have to say this. After a while, we'll want something else. What is your highest wish? Oh, my highest wish is I would like to marry my partner. My highest wish. Your highest wish? Yes. I mean, not liberation. Second. I want to get married. I think if I get married with my partner, then everything will just be really good, and we can be spiritual together. Afterwards. And then it comes, darling, I'd like to marry you. Oh, yes. Okay, boom. And then you are there. And for how long? Something start to come in, little things. And again, something is not, your fantasy doesn't work like that. You're also changing. Even the thing you love doesn't change. You yourself are changing. Or if you feel you don't change, but the thing is changing. It doesn't work like that. When you discover your true nature, then something is spontaneously, automatically, completely fulfilled. Does it mean life stops? Not at all. It invigorates life also. But there's a fear. The fear is the person believes himself to be a fact. The one who sees that the person is a fiction. But the person believes he's a fact. And in order to get beyond the fact of himself, he might have to disappear into something bigger, which he doesn't trust. All a production from the mind. The mind is producing it, directing it, starring in it, and watching it. But all of it is seen in something. I don't want to go too far. And you're with me, anybody, on this one? Yes. You?
I feel like I'm just not very good at expressing myself in these situations, but I feel like everything you say is my experience. I feel it.
Yes.
I feel totally stable in my true self. I know exactly what you're speaking. It's more real than anything else, and I'm afraid of losing it. And I know it's not true. I just say experientially, when interest or just conditioning comes, it's so painful.
The only way you can lose it is by becoming a person again. Yeah. Which, in fact, what you're referring to as it, cannot be lost. It cannot even be found, in fact. I don't know if have I gone too far? I think I've gone too far to speak like that. We are like fishes dying of thirst in the ocean. Swimming. Have you seen any water around here recently? No. Just lots of bubbles with no water. I'm so thirsty. We are, in fact, a bit like that. I don't know if it can be expressed a better way. When we speak and you say, yes, I don't want to lose it. On a level, I understand what you mean. On the level of the truth, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's like I have to step down to even bring this up, but
You have to step down
I have to step away from, as a person to even bring this up, but it just felt like I had to do, because I can see that, like, until these things are cleaned out, just at least sufficiently, like there's just a possibility of experientially at least leaving,
You can only lose it if you are the one who found it. If you found it, then you can lose it.
That's what I was trying to say in the beginning, is I can feel that there's an identity with the finder, and then it perpetuates the seeker as well, because it's not stable in that, and that identity can feel doubt, and then it brings back up being a seeker.
You have to go up more, earlier than this, where even this identity, which clearly when you speak now, you're looking from another place, but you forget you're the one looking at all of this to say that, yes, this identity is afraid of losing it, but what is overseeing all of this? Isn't it the same one? I'm pointing out the most pure knowledge, the most pure, because I try to avoid to come back down into the realm of the person, because if you come into the realm of the person, everything becomes complicated. very complicated. Said Ramakrishna, a great saint, he say, the mind is like a shallow stream with mud very close to the surface. If you want to drink clear water, scoop lightly. Go too deep, everything becomes mud. Meaning the mind, person, it's a form of consciousness, of course, but it's got so much psychological complexity that you go a bit too deep and everything becomes confusing and all nonsense. Cannot get anywhere. You see. Therefore, the sages have always spoken the most simple thing above the mind. And if you get it, you're very happy. Sometimes people think that they are meditating, going deeper and deeper inside, but you're only going deeper and deeper inside your mind. And just more, few moments you feel, eureka, I got it. Followed by, oh no, it's gone again. And so it's the same like this. Have you not noticed it? Therefore, I find very simple thing. But if you strongly believe and you value your mind in its present state, meaning the mind in the form of the person, then you will not want to give it up. You will not trust that you can go beyond it and still exist. And yet, this is just small talk. The whole field of the mind in service of the person is illusory. A field of pure delusions. But when you're in it, brought up in it, believe in it, it feels like it's the only fact there is. Only as you're coming out of those mental and psychological states are you able to look back and say, oh my gosh, that was some deep, heavy stuff I've been living under. But while you're in it, you trust it, you believe. You believe in your feelings and your thoughts, your judgments and projections. They feel totally true and authentic. And you rely on them. You protect it also. You protect the ego, defend it. Then how will you offer it up when it feels like the world is on the attack? And if you place the core of your being in the egoic identity, then what is going to happen? It is what makes us feel vulnerable. And anyway, there has to be within you a growing urge, a sensing that it is possible to be free in the way that I'm speaking. Not to be free as an ego, but to be free as pure being. Even free beyond the concept of freedom even. Meaning what is natural for you. It must be already blossoming inside. Some urge, some drive, some impulse that won't just fade away. It is totally fascinated with freedom and truth, with God, with love. It cannot merely happen just as a thought, or because your friends are meditating or something. It has to capture you. It has to be something magical, something not explainable. What makes you fall so deeply in love with one particular form of consciousness? Can you explain? No, you cannot. Do you have doubt in this love? No, you do not. What makes you feel so powerful? You must have been kissed from inside by something. And you picked up a little madness in order to be coming to some place like this. Because if you're too sane, you will not go beyond yourself.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Very good. Okay, who's coming here? Okay, you come here. Me. Thank you. Hi.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
This is my first time being in your presence, apart from the videos.
Apart from what?
The videos,
The videos.
online.
Okay.
And when I first saw you about 3.5 years ago, my mouth fell open. I just was so amazed. And all I could think was, why has never anybody told me this before?
That's a good response. Why is that? Of course you say that this because actually it is so strikingly simple. And I will even call it, sometimes in India you see things like this. You go to the pharmacy and you see something like on a bottle says, one medicine for everything. It's not true, but it's really quite impressive. I mean, someone actually put something, it heals everything. You see? This is it. The one medicine for everything is not in a bottle. It's in your heart, that's it. That is a more fitting one. And of course, when you hear it inside your heart, something knows it.
Yes.
You can't say how, you maybe not be able to impress the scientists about it, but something just resonates.
Yes.
And that's why you say.
Something was so deeply touched.
Yes, yes.
And then things became very intense.
Yes. Yes. That's the beginning of that real knowledge. The first step towards genuine freedom is going to stir up an ant nest inside. Whatever has been hiding or being suppressed or the resistances or the identifications with what is untrue, it's going to go on fire.
It did.
Yes.
One day, I walked every day, and on my walk I did all my practices.
Yes.
And then the idea came that to expose the ego, I would have to get rid of all the roles that I played, because it was hiding in all those roles. So I gathered them all up and gave them the chop, and then a recognition came.
Yes. How did you give them the chop?
Through my intuition.
Ah, yes.
And then I was very shocked. It was very shocking what I saw. And I saw my own self-importance. But then later on, I also realized that the shock was not my shock.
Look at that. Carry on.
straight after the recognition, the mind got very, very loud,
Yes.
like a static.
Yeah, it doesn't like it.
Turned up.
It doesn't like it
No.
at all. No.
No. And the mind was saying, "This is how people go crazy."
That one works pretty good.
So I had that all day, the noise, and then at night I thought, I can't live like this. So I gave it all up, everything. Gave everything back to spirit, and instantly there was silence.
And when you say you gave it all up, what you mean by this?
Pardon?
When you say you gave it all up, in an instant you gave it all up?
Yes, everything
Yeah.
I could think of I gave back.
Yes. Because we have to say so, because people are anxiously want to follow. It's a quick result, no? Immediately, not 6 months later.
No.
Didn't hand in a notice to the mind or something. Immediately. So how you do it immediately? And you say?
I just gave it all, like even my own life.
Yeah. You believe this is possible? Yes. Thank you. Very good. This is the power that is in you as consciousness. Because when you hear something like this, also sometimes your mind doesn't want you to accept this. So it says, she's a bit weird anyway. How can you? Nobody can do that. And, you see, and something starts to fight to reject what you're hearing. So I want you to hear, Is it possible that you can shake something off? Is it possible? Do you have such a power that years of conditioning and negative behavior can simply be given up? Is it possible? Yes. I love to hear you come.
Then the heart opened, and lots of magical things happened.
Yes.
And every day something new, some insight, some vision, clarity came.
Yeah.
And clarity wasn't anything at all that I had ever experienced.
Yeah.
It's not the clarity of the mind, but the clarity of the heart.
Yes. Yes. It's not that something is clear, now we can read it. Not that clarity. But more a sort of just an emptiness, in fact. Just total, like, space. Sometimes something may come inside and things are seen or they're revealed in such a way, such a strikingly clear way, that there's no argument to be had with it. It's just so clear. Another time it's not about things. It's not a clarity about things. The clarity can also mean absence of ego. That's pretty clear. You see? So we hear words like this, came into a great clarity and things, and people say, clarity? About what? Clear about? Like if you put the right glasses on, now it's clear. No, not an object is clear. You are clear. Like you without you. Then did you have to organize your life or anything like this?
No. Everything became effortless.
Very good.
Even when there was effort,
Yes.
there was nobody there to claim it,
Yes.
and it was just easy. Hard work was easy.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Was or still?
It still is.
Is. Yeah. Just checking.
Yes.
Because was is past, I'm reporting about the past. And then, no, it is. Like this.
Yes. And there was this big energy coming out of the heart.
Yes.
And it felt like a lifetime of resistance was leaving.
Yes.
And today I came to say thank you. Thank you so much. You've given me the most precious thing that could be given on this earth, in this universe.
Yes. And still it was not given. It was there all the time. No?
Yeah.
Simply point out, why are you putting this thing in there? Take it away. Oh. You're discovering the thing that you imagine was lost, or we imagine divided or separate us or something, and it seemed as though this thing, but then in the great clarity, all these delusions, they go. What have you lost of value? Because people want to know, because maybe I have to give up my cat or something, or, it means I've got to leave home or something like this. Have you lost anything of value?
I just am. And I love you so much.
That is love. That makes room for very great love, actually.
Yes.
Unbound love, not stingy love. You can't help loving.
Can I come?
Yeah. Look at her. Come on. Thank you. So good. Wonderful. What a treat. What a treat. No? You make my work very easy. There's no work at all.
You make my life very easy.
So good. Thank you, madam. Thank you. Very good. So great, so great. What is in this space here? Not just the physical space, externally, but the space in which even this space is existing. What story belongs to it? You know what I'm speaking. Where is the past in it? Is it busy taking care of the past? Or is it preparing for the future? Can you be apart from it? And as what? Who are you? To be apart from it. Genuinely look and see, because we have a force of presence that feel, I'm here, and I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. But if you can see space, are you seeing space from some distance away from space? Where's your very seeing? Your very seeing is arising in it. Your very seeing is arising in it and is itself seen. From the same place. Something inside feels, I'm not ready for that right now. Not ready for that. Slowly. But it is already so, even from long ago. It is only a question of what kind of conditioning we picked up and what we choose to, maybe voluntarily or involuntarily at some level, we support a certain outlook that gives a sense of being that seems optionless, this is just how I am, and so on. And some kind of belief has tightened up around these concepts. Soon to be opened up again and move on, like a cloud passing. As a cloud, you see a cloud passing, it cannot hold its shape. It is dispersing as it's being perceived. But the mind or something, a desire, takes some psychic print of it and wants to hold your favorite shape of it, but it is shapeless. Why is this need to preserve or to hold it tight when its nature is to loosen up and to float along and even to disappear? Like the cloud as it's disappearing, it's not screaming, it's not suffering, it's not going to, cloud cemetery. It's just moving, everything is just moving, witnessed. Okay, that's it. You? Yeah? Okay. Try from here first.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
I was really touched by the lady that come before me.
Yes.
And it really touched me because it's like throughout this process or finding it and being touched by it, and I have been here all the way long. I have been just here all the way long.
Yes.
And I am here.
As what? Take a moment and think about it. You say, I am here. As what are you here?
Not as thought,
Not as thought.
not as an object.
And what do you mean then, I'm here? What are you referring to as yourself? You say, not as thought. I'm not here just as thought. I'm not here only as object, meaning I'm not just my body, and my body's here. Then in what way are you here?
I'm just here. It's nothing that I can point to. It's just here.
This, if it is true, should underlie all your changeful states, should appear and disappear in front of it, but it does not go away.
Yes.
You see? It is a common thread through all your changeful experiences. It is the constant there. It's like this. Then whatever changeful experiences are taking place, they will not have much impact for you. Because your attention is merged inside the right place, in the right place. Inside your heart it is there. So therefore, these things which are up and down, they can't be up and down without you. It is you who say they're up and down. Even they don't say that they're up and down. So something in you, something emerging from your mind, consciousness or whatever, is saying, yeah, these things, they come and go and they're up and down. But why would you care to even notice them? They're not really so important. except for the person who seemed to always have to be aware of its own game all the time, and notices things like, yesterday my mood was like this, and then today I'm finding it so hard. And an awakened being has no interest in that. Knowing why. Why no interest in it? Because it is constantly changing. Even when it's past, and the mind takes a psychic print of it to hold an impression as though it is something solid, they see even that is also past. Also, that is also changing. They give no real value to it. Its value has already been taken, you see. It's like the food you ate this morning, already the nutrients already are absorbed in the body. Then why to even talk about it? It's gone. Not to be afraid to talk about it, but why would you care to talk more about it? Because we feel that we live through our story. But by having a story in a context, this is where you preserve your identity and your being. Otherwise, it's hardly noticed. This morning at 10 minutes past 10, what was your feeling? What was your mood? 12:15. 3 minutes to 12, what were you thinking? And yet, at that time, you may have been like, but now it's not here, it's gone. So why to give so much importance to the things which are in themselves? They don't say. They don't claim such importance. You have some wish?
Not at this moment.
All's good. If it means anything to say that. There comes a time when even this doesn't mean anything. Is everything good? I don't know. Is anything better than that? Maybe we're really scared to go to this place. One time you're so eloquent, you can speak about, a tin of sardines, you can make a book about it. And now we speak about, so tell me about your future. Maybe you can't speak. And perhaps something inside is feeling, no, I don't want to be left without words. I don't want to be left without a story. I don't want to be left without being positive about life or knowing my purpose and all these things. Because what will be left if I don't have these magnificent things to say about myself? Who would I be or something? So these things, they play, and maybe we don't think about it, but they are playing on somehow. And perhaps this is what is perpetuating a sort of postponements to look more deeply. That we give such value, you see, to psychological states when in fact they are not contributing anything of real value to your being. Not a habit. Would it be the same if there was nobody else in the world? To be special for, or to.
You're touching a lot of things. Thank you. With those words, it's like a lot of things are like stirring and moving, but it's perfectly fine.
But there must be something that's not moving. In the midst of the most virile, the most pulsating movement of thought or energy or emotion or any sensation, is there not something that's not moving?
Yes.
Is that of any worth, any value in mentioning or pointing out? And is it not moving because it's dead? What's the size of it, that unmoving place? That unmoving place might seem to be that small until you turn your attention to it and it becomes infinite. Okay, good for now. Next one.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Who? You can for a minute? Okay, let me see.
Thank you. Hello, Mooji.
Hello.
Thank you for calling me.
Thank you.
I'm not sure why I'm up here. I just have an urge to come and speak with you. And I feel there must be some sort of readiness because I keep coming here. I keep coming back. I feel like I belong here. That it's natural for me to be here, even if the person has its strong hold on wanting me not to be here. I keep coming here for the last 2 months. And last time when I left, it was difficult to go back because it was very hard to see how much my person had been present while I was here, and that it was very difficult for me to come to speak with you.
Yes.
And I wanted that very much at that time. I feel more confident this time in myself. I don't feel so much that the person is the problem anymore. And I have a tangible understanding of it's the self speaking to itself. And it's like I have experiences of just being one with everything and feeling great freedom. And then the person rises again and falls again. And it seems to be less and less. But I need your help with something, I feel.
Your experience authentically, when you leave everything aside, so you're not holding on to anything, not clutching anything, not keeping anything, not wanting anything. So it leaves something here. Is your experience more that you are everything, or that you are nothing? Which feels more authentic for you?
I feel both, because I feel that nothing is everything and everything is nothing.
Everything has a thingfulness about it, like the sum total of everything. It has a weight to it almost. But nothing is weightless. Okay, we are not being strict and absolute about it, but the everythingness seems to arise out of the no-thingness, which doesn't alter, doesn't change because of the sense of everything else being present. Nothing does not have to sustain anything. There isn't the sense of everythingness in deep sleep when the person is not there. It's almost like it's a quality of consciousness. It has a sort of quality. But nothingness, in a sense, has no quality particularly, no weight. But we needn't, draw lines about it. Just a sense inside. Whatever is perceived with the assistance of the mind and the senses. They're perceived, even at this moment, sitting as we are. The sense of the temperature in this room, or my voice, or the wind, or just the feel of your own body, it's all sensed. But where it is sensed, what sense is it? Can that be found? And don't give it to the mind. The attention is acutely turned inside. And what is happening? We don't know. Maybe the sense nothing is happening. But in this nothingness becomes a very potent richness that cannot be found through the outer going mind. When a yogi or someone is in deep state of meditation, maybe for hours, what they're doing, what are they focusing on? Is there some movement that they're watching? Is there some inner movie that they're watching? What is so compelling about meditation? It's as though the attention is just marinating in itself. It cannot be spoken. It cannot be spoken. The most profound cannot be explained. It can only be experienced, in fact. These concerns, whose concerns are they? Where does it arise from? The concerns that come. And if you don't just assume and just say the things you've always said, but really listen and respond like this is the first time you've been asked this question, and really following. What is the concern? When you were without concern, and now you are with concern, which is the more pure? Is having the concern that, yes, I think I need to go a bit more deep. Is it authentic? Is it sent from heaven? Does it come from the pure self? Is it the voice of the pure self saying, I have this concern? No. But then, if it's not touched, maybe another voice comes and says, aha, very irresponsible. will that one catch you? And you who? Like this, these simple looking, starting just being quiet, observing the moods and the thoughts and the feelings that come, that they appear in the inner space, the spiritual sky of your being, like clouds passing, coming and going, things passing, coming and going. And there's only a witnessing of them without any direct involvement. So without identifying, if you don't identify, then there's no one doing. Simply there's a looking, and it's as though a thought wants to stir up within you an identity to have a little fight with or something. But that is also noticed. But from the noticing place, it hasn't triggered any real identity. So that beginning to become something just collapses. Because the seeing is not generating any support for that concept to become pregnant and then to hatch open. You follow? Yes, because you have to follow inside. You see, whoa, yes, it's just the way the thoughts work. No thought can think itself. No thought is self-employed. It must be appearing, to see if it can do a little business. It must contact a thinker thought, like an I who will engage with this thought. I don't know if you have gone into these things. Sometimes I want to find a group of people who are ready to go into these things. And not to edit what I'm speaking, but simply to follow through and to see what you find. And I say this because very few people will do it. At some point, you start to adjust what I'm speaking to please your mind. The mind says, well, no, what he meant was this. And you go, oh yeah, this is easier. You see? And all doing it. Can you follow the pointer and verify in your own experience? Yeah. Just watching. Then we see how long it takes you. Why should it take years? Why should it take years? To point what is obvious. Why it should take years? Because there is some fear to give up your egoic identity. It is felt it's a loss or a death. And so what happened is you convert the pointings into philosophy. And then you say, yeah, I know, yeah, I know what he means. You know the answer, you have not become the answer. And that opportunity is missed. Not because it's difficult, not because it's far away, but simply there is a kind of choice to keep on being me, which even that you cannot do. It is constantly changing color, like a continuously changing self-portrait. But in your mind, you're thinking, no, it's continuous, it's unbroken. But it's such a fragmented state, and still there's fear to be transformed. Even the word transform is not right. I say the discovery of truth is transforming, but I don't think it's the right word. You don't need to transform. Just to drop the mask. But it poses a subtle sense of a risk, one which very few seem to wish to take. When people say, but it's so difficult, what are you speaking? It's the most simple thing. It's not even simple even. It is not even as difficult as simple. It is you who are difficult. Because you want to keep the mind, follow the mind, believe in the mind. And your identity, this is it. And if there's going to be any genuine transcendence or seeing or recognition, there must be honesty. A thought comes to you, and without really looking at it with some distance, you purchase it because you have a sense that it has a value for you. But if I ask you a value for who, and if you were really to look for who it is that this value, immediately it would collapse. Because the one for whom that thought would have a value itself does not exist, except as thought. It is not that what I'm speaking is so complex. It is because it is so simple. But you want to get it through the mind. The mind is complex. The truth is simple, but the seeker of truth is complex. And he's always looking for an excuse to postpone. And it can be so subtle. Something inside wants to believe the mind in this play. Okay. Thank you. You. This one. Okay. Yes.
Hello, Mooji.
Hello.
I don't know where I'm speaking from, and I want to know. I was wondering if you could help me.
Generally, it is the mind that speaks, not the heart. Heart doesn't really have so much to say. Mind has a lot to say. But in this play, a journey of truth-seeking, mind also plays a part. It is the transformational agent. It can transform. The self cannot transform. It does not need to. So the transformation must be happening to the sense of the mind presence is undergoing some change. If it is the mind and presence that's undergoing change, are these changes not perceivable? It's a question. Yeah. And if it is perceivable, by whom is it perceivable? Who is perceiving it? What is perceiving it? Is it the body-mind? Is it the mind?
Sometimes it feels like it sees its own reflections and it gets caught up, but at times I do not think that's happening. I think it is just present. And yet tremendous doubt will arise.
Sometimes you have to throw everything away. The whole world, including you. How does this sound? Terrible? No. Oh, good. Why not try now? All the things you may have even thought, oh yes, I'd like to find this out, and yes, from here I'd like to go this thing, and I'd like to come to the next retreat, and this thing, and I'd like a new name, and just all these things, what you used to do, what you've done before. What about no? Just leave it. It's not, no, and there's no use here. There's no use, no value, no waste any time. Okay? Should we want to try? Yeah. So it's no use. I don't want to spend more time because something believes, Yeah, if I only can get this thing, then yeah, Mooji. We got it. So this is a waste of time. And it just keeps us on the ground. It's just another time. You turn like this. Okay. No, it's a waste of time for me. Not if you want to keep on having more experiences of getting more close and feeling more shanti and then all the headaches go. That will go on for the person. It wants to kind of go on for the awakened being, but it can't because it needs a certain kind of soil. And in the awakened state, this soil is not there. So it's very difficult for the mind stuff, the psychological stuff to work. So let's leave that for a moment, if you can. Do we feel confident when we can try this, or?
Yes.
Because sometimes we don't want to put the attachments too far, Some people say, okay, I'll put it just put my hand over it as well too. Don't want to put it too far because it might just fall off the edge and we'll not find it again. So just this thing, can you try? We leave this idea, any idea, even this desire for enlightenment for a moment. We leave it also. We're not going to bother from it. I want to just strip back to who you are before you became somebody. Okay? So all your ideas about what you should do to become something and to get closer to God or to discover all these things for a moment, just sweep off in front, including the idea you have of who you are, like the one who will say, okay, yes, okay, I can do it. So even this I feeling, for a moment, let's wipe it also for a moment. Why? Because when all this is wiped, something is going to be here. And I don't want to say something is going to be here because we're doing it, no? So it's here. That which cannot be wiped. Huh? Is anyone on board with this? Yes. Okay, so we're leaving everything for a moment. Let's leave everything. Don't combine yourself with any intention or great projection. Just leave everything, all this. Empty, 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 empty. Empty the piggy bank completely out. Everything. Last coin. You put a knife in it. Get it out. And then we throw the piggy bank also. Leave everything. How long it will take? No time. Okay. You're not going to pick up anything now also. Don't pick up anything now. That which is here, by itself. You didn't put it, not keeping, it cannot be saved because it cannot be lost. You did not put it there. Your parents did not give it to you. What is this? What is this? You cannot find it anywhere in any encyclopedia, in any book, in any study. You cannot find them. Everything else you can take out. Why? Because you were before them. They came after you. So sweep everything, including even I. Leave everything. Okay? Leave everything. What remains?
One thing.
Nothing. What is missing? What is missing for you? What is lacking here? What about if I would say, I give you all your things back, increased by 10 times, in exchange for what this is? Beautiful deal, no? 10 times as much. All your precious attachments, your money, your belief system, whatever it is, give it back 10 times as much in exchange for this. You want? No. Okay. As you are, your senses are present. The body, nobody asks you for your body. The body is there. Senses are present. Senses are functioning. Intelligence can be functioning also. What have you lost? What have you gained? Now your mind is going to say, wow, that was a fun exercise. Wow, we can do that again later. Anytime you want, you can go back into that place. Okay, cello, let's go. And you're gone. Or it is, it's a bit of a psychological trick. Mooji is cool about things like that. Yeah, gets you to feel things. You want your stuff back? Pardon? No. Okay, you want stuff back. Why? Can it be as simple as this? Could it be as simple as this? Huh? Because there's millions of books about how to get here. There are millions of books, millions of practices also. Some of them to... And they're all expressions of consciousness also is good. Are we cheating? Okay.
But why do we accept it back? And
Oh,
who offers it?
you have accepted it back?
I have not, but I certainly have in the past many times. Again and again, I accept it
Well,
back.
let's see if you will do that again now. I think this is a pretty good deal. We can try and see if it fail or you fail. And if everything was swept aside, including you, so who is saying, why do we accept it back? It's not a trick. I'm saying, well, maybe it is a trick. Who is saying, yeah, but I've done it in the past and I'm going to do it again. But you were not part of the deal. You were also swept over there. I perfectly remember putting you right over there behind a speaker. So who is talking now then? Memory and a thought comes, and this thought is auditioning for your attention. Whose attention? The power, the capacity you have as pure awareness to imagine yourself as a person comes. All problems are personal. They come from the person. It's a person that purchases them. Let's see if we can find a person. This should be your heart study, if you want to put, meaning to observe, to look, and to see, is it true or not?
To see the person or to see the self?
How are you going to see the self? In order to see the self, you have to create the sense of two. The one who sees and the thing seen. If the self is the thing seen, who is the one who sees? Another self? The self is earlier than the seer even. It perceives perceiving. And no imagination can reach him. It will only conjure up another image, which will be also visible inside the great vastness. It's this thing that gives rise to the need to contemplate and to meditate. Because what we do is we think about it. That's the Western man. He thinks about it. He said, yeah, well, I think. What do you think? But thinking and meditating is different. Or observing. Or inquiring. That is a much higher form of the use of mind, you may say, or consciousness. Because even if you, say, sat down and you simply began just by not identifying with anything, and whatever appears in your mind or in consciousness, you simply are aware, but you don't combine yourself with it. In a short time, something is going to happen. I don't want to tell you what it is. I'd like to hear from you what it is. Just you are looking, but you're not combining yourself with what you see. You remain detached. Simple, something is looking, and you drop even the notion of yourself and just the observing. Even in fact, you're observing. Don't give it to the mind. And then in a short time, who are you? And what is it that you're seeing? And this you have to find out. These things, finding one thing out, equals 1,000 points. Not finding out one thing means 1 point. One thing here means 1,000 points. Meaning in so many things are caught into the net of this one observation. Through a simple pointing and exercise, you came to no mind. No mind, no person. Then what happened? First response, yeah, I've been here before. And why do we do it? Why do we go back? I said, who's speaking? Oh, it's you again. But I put you over there. Where you come from? So explain what happened then.
A desire to work with the content of what I've seen in the past, not wanting to attach but can't help but work with it, getting lost in that.
All that is play, all that you imagine. All that is play, all that you imagine. You see? That's like a reflex that happened. It happened before. And you fell for it. You meaning who? You are the consciousness. You are that unborn awareness, in fact, that manifests as the fluid consciousness playing as all of this dynamic play we call life. A tendency to manifest into finiteness. And yet at the same time, this is happening in the true, but the finiteness does not cover the infiniteness, except by thought. For some people, they say, okay, now they're meditating. I say, okay, fine. Could you water those trees? So can I do it later? Because if I start to water them, I tend to get caught into that, forget myself. I said, no, it's not true. You think you forget yourself. You believe you forget yourself. And so it becomes your experience. Otherwise, what you're going to do, sit around looking at the stars all day or what? So activities are not in conflict with seeing and being. Otherwise, there is some condition on them, meaning that you are a meditator, you are not a doer. Okay? The baby is crying, but I'm a meditator. I can do that. Okay? That is ridiculous. You are not the doer. You're not even the meditator, actually. Maybe you're not ready for that one. What has to happen in gatherings like this? One or two of you, somebody here, must sense the profundity of what is possible here. And what is possible every single moment. And if you are struck by it, then your life has already changed. And it will continue to deepen and to become more wonderful. But there is another agency there, another agent that works to keep you stuck into your person and to be in the kind of very trivial existence of identifying as a person and just thinking, yeah, I can't get on with all this spiritual stuff and, I don't understand this thing and, or whatever. There's a force in each one that is working like that. And there's a potential in each one to do, you may say, to introspect or to look or to be open. and to move back, to win yourself back. These forces are in the play, in the dynamic expression of consciousness. You choose. Even by choosing in the heart, you activate grace. In fact, it is grace that is playing in the form of your choice even, and choosing.
Why I've come.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I came.
Yes. For a while, the mind also will say, I don't get this. I don't get any of this. I don't understand what this man is talking about. And it's like a waste of time. Yeah? And, you know, or looking at one of those trees outside, or whatever it is. Common distractions, common display of our duality in function. But there must be some of you here who are making this happen. Who is going to swallow themselves up? Yeah. Yeah. Who is giving birth to themselves? Yeah. Very good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. At the back, you.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, it's nice to meet you in person.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. Yeah, I came. I think I tried to come up with questions to ask you, but maybe I'll just talk with you instead. The original question was one of healing the body, the physical body. For my whole time in this body, I've had people, like problems with it, people saying that there's disease and things. Yeah, I know that when I identify with this conditioning and this mind, that's true, you know. I feel it in my body.
Yeah.
And when I identify with, when I put that aside and sit back, my body relaxes, I breathe, it's good, yeah? And I think the question arose, and if presence is the true, I know that my presence can never be ill or sick, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're in that space, then there's no way that this body can be sick. And now I don't know if...
That's not totally true.
Yeah.
It's quite likely because when you are in the state, when you are healed in the state of pure presence, and you're not meaning that you're not deeply identified with the body. And because it's as though we are three-aspected, you know. This body is our time body.
Yeah.
It has a birth and a lifetime and a dropping away time. And mind also is seemingly timeless, but it is also limited and constantly changeful. Then in the space of pure awareness, This is your timelessness. This is your imperishableness.
Yeah.
You know, and it can be proven. This is what I'm trying to prove with you. When we did this exercise before, is for you to see, if you can see, not just feel nice or something, but look and be with it. Some people want to sit and just be and just enjoy or something, but others, they look, and there's a strong alertness even in this unqualified space. Is an alertness, and in this alertness, something that I cannot describe happens in that.
Yeah.
But if you were to stabilize this presence, it will also be the best thing you can do for your body also.
Yeah.
Because you bring no stress, and stress, it energizes and, proliferates in sicknesses as well too. One of the worst things, I feel. And your sense of bodilessness, it's just a great joy, actually.
Yeah.
Because this is going to leave one day for everybody,
Yeah. And that's, I think, was the answer, obviously. I think in my mind, I think that healing is something that happens in the future, or it's something that happens to your body. But the experience is that it's this. There's no problem now,
Yes, healing happens in the body too.
Yeah.
And it can do, very, very powerfully. It can be total reversal of things. It is not a healthy thing to have any rigid or set conclusions about anything in life. Don't say, I don't believe this can happen. No, I don't think. It's better just to keep quiet, keep open, than to say, because you close yourself down, you say, no, I can't accept this, or, I don't believe in this type of thing. You don't have to believe or disbelieve. Simply be open. It is more true. It's more like consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. The exercise that was presented before, some of you will follow it. Stay in it. Did I say it was finished and that it was over? Okay. Did something say to you it was finished and over? Oh, good. Is there a need for it to be over? Okay. Do you want your things back? I get the best presents all the time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. What is the strength of this psychological conditioning? That the beings would forfeit, they would miss their chance of total liberation in order to retain an identity with what is totally illusory. That you would exchange the possibility of total liberation simply to fulfill an attachment to a certain idea. What must be the grip of such a condition, a state, when it itself has been proven to not exist? And that even the beings who are bound don't exist. That's a little bit more difficult. It seems, in the seeming world, to accept. We're more ready to accept limitations than to explore the unlimited. Simply because of an unchallenged legacy, a culture of thinking. Who is it I'm looking for here? Who is it? What is this? What is this? Like a feelingless feeling. Yet that too is also perceived. Who can argue with this? Of all that is sensorily perceptible in any regions of time, in any region of mind or consciousness, have you perceived anything that is unchanging, including yourself? And yet, tremendous energy is invested in pursuing the ephemeral. Who dictated this compulsion in us? Whose idea is it? Is there really a time when you did not exist? I'm not talking about personality. Behind personality, which time was it? Beyond role play, because even in this life, so many role plays we've tasted. So let's not talk about role play. Earlier than role play, inside the essence, the now of now itself. When were you not? Who gave birth to you? sometimes in life we have to be taught what questions to ask. If you want to cut the game short. That is also written inside the game too. Who is here? Who is looking out from behind those eyes? What is his religion? You are here, this you know. I am here, this you know. Your body you can perceive, even without opening your eyes. You know it. You know its weight, its presence, its sense of comfort or discomfort. The breath you also know, you see. The outer atmosphere you perceived. The inner space, unbound, is perceived. Where is the location of that which perceives inner and outer simultaneously? Where did you come from? Just be open. Don't think. You're already here. The mind can bring you nothing. It did not exist before you. Therefore, you are its weakness. Who are you? How do you know you? If a thought comes, can it exist without your perceiving? When it goes, is it not weakness to be gone? If you are a thought, when the thought goes, you would also be gone. But you witness that it's gone. That which perceives lightness or darkness, or the sense of time or space. The senses, mind, memory, the play of intellect, desire, fear. All this is in front of you. What is your shape? What is your size? Don't ask your mind. Don't ask anyone. What is your size? How do you understand something? How do you know anything? Visit yourself. Observe a little. Keep quiet. Hold nothing. Expect nothing. Something wants to find you desirable. It has no age. But when you're empty of personal desire and opinions, she will come to you. She will not come from outside. She's already here. So this flowering must happen. It cannot happen just in that cold mind of thinking. In the center of your being, it comes. It is the one who has arranged all this for its own joy. The mind wants to participate in this. It wants to contribute. But it only gets in the way. If you don't wait for something, you don't expect something, so there's no next. Don't turn to next. Not, okay, now what's now? What's next? No next. If there's no next, where are you? if you're not waiting for any event or any happening, be one with yourself. As I have said, for thousands of years, human beings have been coming together like this, in search of this. Many found. They left their bodies here. And now it's our turn to look. The same question, the same search, the same discovering, timeless. It is as though it wants to be seen. It wants to arise. It wants to flower inside a heart or something. Is it you?
Thank you, Mooji. So I have this strong desire inside my heart to make a difference in the world and to help people and to give back. This is a desire connected to my heart, and how is this? This I feel it's a strong sense of purpose for me, and I think the meaning of existence is we're here to give something. So how is this different than being in the mind and creating this thing that I have to do versus just being? How I feel this in my heart, so...
Yes, many people have strong feelings to do something in their life. And many of them go forward and they do things. Some sell their house or their car and they use this money to put towards that charity that they feel touched by, or to move, or to somehow, foster children, or to whatever it is. I don't want to limit it. It's many things, no? And these actions are going on all the time. It is also expression of grace. It is also expression of grace. Because grace works on many, many, many layers, There are people also who want to work and also, but they want to be praised for what they do also. They want that people acknowledge them and so on. This is a very human thing. And they may do a lot. They may accomplish, in human terms, quite a bit. They may set up charities or start schools or open hospitals, and all of these things is part of the human fabric, human adventure. And there are some who gave up themselves. Simply gave up the idea they have of who they are. They gave it to the only place they felt intuitively it could go, to the source of their very being. They just gave it up. And they became a light in this world. They forgot all about themselves. But sometimes, thousands of years later, nobody can forget about them. That is also another one. Maybe they don't feel like somehow they are giving anything. They say, no, there's no me in the way you think. It's all him. It's all he. If you see me as this person giving something, that's your misconception, that is your delusion. There's only the Supreme Being. You see? There are many people who don't consider themselves to be generous in any way. But they cannot pass someone who seems hungry without something, or they cannot help to a gesture of kindness or something. They cannot do. They just do it as a matter of course. There are some beings whose impulse is just to give, and others whose impulse is just to take. But I feel the one who gives himself up is the greatest. What it means, give yourself up. One who turns away from the selfishness, the pride of ego, or any judgment, or the desire for fame, or for money, or for success, or for whatever. Who is not trying to get something for the little man, for the person. Maybe they are even compelled by some force just to move in that way. I read somewhere, no one has ever become poor by giving. Giving what? Giving. And yet it is not really the essence, it's not really the goal. Give yourself. No, take a look first. Let's take a look and see. Even look at the thing you regard as being so precious. Just take a look. Begin to look. And in that looking, in that observing, something is happening. Your mind might say, no, you're not going anywhere, you're wasting your time. But something is happening. Some change, some growth, some maturing, some deepening is happening like that. But if you feel compelled inside your heart to do something, then do. Once a couple came with me. We went to Tiruvannamalai. We were in Tiruvannamalai. In Tiruvannamalai, we have, amongst others, one shelter that we have for I love them, and we go to them for animal shelter. They rescue a lot of dogs and a lot of monkeys and just any animal that is sick. they nurture them. Many of them die there. Many of them, nobody wants them. The place is so full of love, this place. But I went one time there, and amongst the people who came to Tiruvannamalai was a couple who came, and they went also with me to the animal shelter. And then the wife felt, no, I found my purpose. I say, come to Satsang. Let's come to Satsang. Yeah, but damn, I feel, oh. And she fell into this thing. I said, no, you come to Satsang. Donate. You come to Satsang. That's what you came here for. But little by little bit, she got drawn into this thing, and okay, after a while, no more there. No more Satsang also. I felt that became a distraction. How to know the difference then? How to know the difference? If you are with a teacher or your master or whatever, listen to them. Don't go your own way. If you genuinely trust, then trust. Don't argue. Don't edit. Don't change. Just go and develop that. They went and wanted to do their own thing, and in the end just fell away. No more to be seen. I don't know what has happened. Maybe gradually come back, I don't know. We're not waiting. I feel in this life, your chance come to find this freedom, put everything to find this freedom. The world needs more your freedom than your money. Blessed is the one whose life is the evidence of truth, is the proof that God exists. There are different actions we can take. Every action leads somewhere. Sometimes we choose an action, yeah, I want to do this, and you do this thing, and you can say, yes, I went there. How was it good about it? Well, I met this guy, and yeah, he was a nice guy. You could have made higher choices. You can say, I benefited from this out of anything. A little bit of intelligence is needed. You can be grateful about everything, but higher choices can be made. Be in those higher choices. It is not neglecting the world. Sometimes you have to step away in order to find to release your light for a bit. You see? Sometimes you have to, when everybody's going this way, you may be the salmon going upstream. But that has a power. Don't delay, don't postpone. Of course, on the way, someone is slipping, take this, good, okay, yeah. Good? Okay, ciao. You go your way. Like this. It's not that this world needs help. The world needs to awaken. It's a hard thing to hear sometimes. But I say, God is not disabled, that He needs human beings. Help me out, give this to this guy over there. No. The power is there. Everything, abundance is there. But it is not that, yes, it's help is needed. Help is needed when help is needed. Help also is a form of the expression of truth also. But Don't make any ceremony about it. Help, but don't call yourself a helper. Okay. I think we're going to have a bit of music, it's true. And after, but then what happens now, many people are new here, so you may not know what we often do, not always, but at the end of this satsang, you're invited to have some chai, I feel, and biscuits. And I usually come back in half an hour or so, after we've had some chai. And I have a chance to read some of the letters that come. I enjoy this also, to read some letters. And you are very much welcome if you'd like to come. If you have to go, please travel beautifully, be well. If it is that something resonates inside your heart, you don't have to be scratching around it, just to be quiet with it and be welcome of whatever vibration feels to be authentic with you. Just welcome it and say, yes, I would like to go more completely into this. I welcome this. Let's try this. It's good. Thank you. Hey. Good. You're going to sing? Nice. Thank you.
Jesus loves me, this I know. Sorry. I love you. Sorry, I'll start again. Jesus loves me, this I know. For the Bible tells me so. Little ones to Him belong. We are weak, but He is strong. We are weak, but He is strong. We are weak, but He is strong. Shiva loves me, this I know. For the Vedas tell Jesus loves me. This I know. For the Bible tells me so. Little ones with him belong. We are weak, but he is strong. We are weak, but he is strong. We are weak, but he is strong. All thanks to God. All thanks to God. Thanks. All thanks to God.
All thanks to God. Oh, glory to God. Very good. I enjoyed it. So nice. Good. Okay.
I came here to sing you a song. Can I do it? Very good. Thank you. Oh, me, where are you?
The couplets.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's good.
Check.
Thank you.
Il met de la magie, mais de rien dans tout ce qu'il fait. Il a le sourire facile, même pour les imbéciles. Il s'amuse bien, il tombe jamais dans les pièges. Il se laisse pas étourdir par les néons des manèges. Il est libre, Mooji. Il est libre, Mooji. Some people even say they have seen him fly. He is free, Mooji. He is free, Mooji. Some people even say they have seen him fly. Il regarde autour de lui avec les yeux de l'amour. Avant que t'aies rien pu dire, il t'aime déjà au départ. Il fait pas de bruit, il joue pas du tambour, mais la statue de marbre lui sourit dans la cour. He's free, Mooji. He's free, Mooji. Some people even say they have seen him fly. Comme il n'a pas d'argent pour faire le grand voyageur, il va parler souvent aux habitants de son cœur. Qu'est-ce qu'il se raconte, c'est ça qu'il faudrait savoir, pour avoir comme lui autant d'amour dans le regard. He is free, Mooji. He is free, Mooji. Some people even say they have seen him fly.
That's beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Well, now it's time for me to fly away. Somebody, thank you. Oh. What happened to you?
I took cement.
You keep the cement?
Yeah, not on purpose.
No.
Oh, thanks for that.
Oh, I thought you were leaving tomorrow. Muito obrigado, muito obrigado. Hang on a second. That was it. Good. Yeah, how's family? Everybody's good? Good.
You're always with us.
So good. Look at that. Nice. So good. You will be here for a little bit? Okay, see you later. Lovely.